Welcome to the West Limerick Job Club online cover letter workshop. In this training we will give you an overview of what a cover letter should look like and what it might contain. The West Limerick Job Club is part of West Limerick Resources and is funded by the Department of Employment Affairs and Social Protection, and our contact details will be at the end of this presentation. What is a cover letter? A cover letter is a document sent with your CV when applying for a role. It gives you the chance to explain to an employer why you're the best candidate for the job. You do this by highlighting any relevant skills and experience that you have. Do you really need a cover letter? Your cover letter is your first opportunity to introduce yourself as a possible candidate for the job. Employers nowadays will expect to see a tailored cover letter with each application, and it's an opportunity for you to explain why you might be applying for the position if it's not clearly apparent from your CV. Let's take a look at an example of a cover letter template. So this is a cover letter template which is block formatted. What we mean by this is that it's aligned all the way down the left-hand side. There are a few unwritten rules. A cover letter should complement your CV but not duplicate it, and it should not exceed one A4 page. Another is most applications should include a cover letter unless the job advert instructs you differently. This template contains both a speculative paragraph and a targeted paragraph, and you will need to delete whichever you don't need. So let's start at the top. You need to put your name, an address and a telephone number, the name of the person the letter's going to, and the title of that person if you know it, the company's name and the company's address, a current date. And depending on whether you know the name of the person dictates which of these you might use. So if you don't know the name of the person, then use sir or madam. But if you do, then obviously use the correct salutation. So let's take a look at the top paragraph. Here you don't know the company have a position available, but you would like to work for that company. This is called a speculative cover letter. Perhaps you've heard through the grapevine the company will be looking for someone with your skills. And it says, I am writing to inquire about the possibility of employment as, and enter here the type of role you would be interested in doing, with, and then the company's name. Please find enclosed a copy of my CV for your consideration. If your cover letter is not a speculative cover letter, then just delete this paragraph and we'll use this one instead. This is a standard cover letter first paragraph. It's very straightforward. Here you've seen an advert in the paper. The example is the Limerick Leader. It's worth telling the prospective employer where you've seen their job ad. It not only lets the company know how you found out about the position, but it may also help the HR department if similar roles are being advertised at the same time. And it says, I wish to apply for the position of, and enter the role here, and it says, as advertised in the Limerick Leader. But it could well say that you've seen the job advertised online, on a job website like Jobs Island, or on a notice board. Just put here where you've seen the job advertised. Please find enclosed a copy of my CV for your consideration. Now on to the second paragraph. This would be the same for either the speculative cover letter or the targeted cover letter. Here you want to use your unique selling points, which we will cover shortly. So you need to tailor this to the job ad, and you need to delete and add to it as applicable. Here it says, as you will see, and then you need to mention any of your relevant experience or qualifications, and then into your soft skills and your transferable skills. So here it says, I am a reliable and fill the blank individual. I am available for immediate employment. So now on to the final paragraph. This is your closing paragraph. It says, I would be available to attend for interview at your convenience, and I look forward to hearing from you. Now, depending on how you opened your letter dictates how you close it. So if you don't know the name of the person and you've used sir and madam, then the correct way to close is yours faithfully. But if you do then know the name of the person, then it's yours sincerely. So here you want to change this to your name, and if you're printing it you want to sign here, but if you're sending it via email then just typing your name at the bottom is sufficient. Can I have one cover letter and adjust this for each job? Yes, you can do this. Just ensure that you change the details of the job, the name of the person you're writing to, and the date, etc. This will mean you don't need to type a brand new cover letter every time, but it will mean that you'll have to check through it thoroughly before you send it. How to address a cover letter. Always try and address your cover letter directly to the person who will be reading it. Bear in mind that you're more likely to receive a reply if you send it to the right person. It's worth taking the time to find out who the letter should be addressed to. You can do this by searching the company's website, or you could call the organisation to ask who you should address your letter to. Don't be afraid to do this, as many employers will appreciate you taking the time and the initiative. If you are struggling to find the name of the contact, you can use a general salutation such as "Dear Sir or Madam" or "Dear Human Resource Manager." How to write a cover letter. Keep your cover letter brief, while making sure it emphasises your suitability for the job. It can be broken down into the following sections. So the first paragraph, this is an opening statement and it should set out why you're writing the letter. Begin by stating the position you're applying for, where you saw it advertised, and when you're available to start. So in the second paragraph, cover why you're suitable for the job, what attracted you to this type of work, why you're interested in working for the company, and what you can offer the organisation. So in the third paragraph, highlight any relevant experience and demonstrate how your skills match the specified requirements of the job description. Summarise any additional strengths and explain how these could benefit the company. So the last paragraph, use the closing paragraph to round up your letter. Reiterate your interest in the role and indicate your desire for a personal interview. Finish by thanking the employer and say how you're looking forward to receiving a response. Tips for the perfect cover letter. Be concise. Ideally, a cover letter should take up half a page of A4 or one full page if necessary. Read through the document and cut out any unnecessary words and sentences. And don't fill up the available space by repeating what's already covered on your CV. So to tailor it to the organisation, you should rewrite your cover letter every time you apply for a position in order to target the individual company. So proofreading. Print off your cover letter and double check it for spelling and grammar errors, or have someone else read through it for you. Also make sure that your own contact details and the company name is correct. Format. Use the same font size as your CV, and if you're sending it through the post or handing it in, use good quality plain white paper to print it on. So some more tips for a perfect cover letter. So identify your USPs or your unique selling points. Be positive about what you have to offer and clearly outline how your skills and experience meet those related to the job description. Demonstrate why you are the perfect candidate. Include examples. So back up your claims in your cover letter with real evidence or examples that show how and when you have used your skills and experience. So let's go to another example of a cover letter. So here's an example, and let's assume you have experience within the retail industry and have seen a job ad in the local paper. This example is an indented version, and what we mean by that is that your name and address and the date have now moved to the right hand side, and you can use either this format or the block formatted from the previous example, and it's just down to personal preference. So you know who to address the letter to, you know the position, and so you've used the correct salutation. And it says, I am writing in response to yesterday's advertised role in the Weekly Observer newspaper for the position of shop assistant. I have enclosed my CV for your consideration. So into the second paragraph, here, as we've said before, you want to use your unique selling points or any experience that tailors to the job ad. So it says, I have 5 years experience working in a similar retail role, and I believe the knowledge I have gained will make me a good candidate for this position. I have excellent customer service skills, cash handling experience, and I'm always professional in a work environment. I have also completed manual handling, first aid and HACCP training. And you'd have to assume that the job ad had mentioned these things. So into the third paragraph, and this is where you want to put any of your soft skills or your transferable skills or any experience that's relevant. Here it says, I am a friendly and outgoing individual with an eye for detail and the ability to work on my own initiative. I enjoy working as part of a team and I'm able to remain calm and focused under pressure. So then the final paragraph, or the closing paragraph, it says, I am very excited by this opportunity and I look forward to hearing from you regarding my application. I would be pleased to answer any questions you may have by telephone, and of course I would like the opportunity to meet with you in person for an interview. So because you know who to address the letter to, you've used yours sincerely to close out the letter, and here you would want to type your name. If you're printing this off, you can sign your name here, but otherwise if you're emailing it, it's fine just to change it to your name. Remember, cover letters are business letters, so use block paragraphs or indented text. You can use either style of formatting, whether that's indented or block formatted. Stay focused and remember your unique selling points. Keep the focus on your qualifications and skills and how they match the job spec. Type the cover letter as it shows you have IT skills. Do not fold the cover letter or the CV, place both of them into an A4 sized envelope. When using email, the body of the email becomes the cover letter, so use the 3 or 4 paragraphs that you have in the main body of the text of the email, and don't forget to attach your CV. Thank you for watching this online cover letter workshop. We hope you found it useful. Should you need any help or advice, please feel free to contact us via the details on the screen. We are more than happy to answer any questions you may have about your CV or cover letters or job searching skills. If you have any comments or suggestions for other useful topics or workshops, then please leave a comment below. Please also like and subscribe to this channel to be notified of new training or workshops. Thank you for watching.